Welcome to the BalanceSuite. I'm Panta, and today we'll be discussing the importance of having a balanced life. What is balance? Well, balance is defined as the even distribution of weight, which enables someone to remain upright or steady. Secondly, it's the condition in which different elements are equal or in the correct proportions. So when we apply that to our lives, the three elements that I think are necessary to maintain balance are spiritual, intellectual, and physical balance. When these elements are in the correct proportion, it allows us to have a steady or stable life. When it comes to emotional or mental being, it allows us to remain upright or uplifted. Having spiritual, intellectual, and physical balance, in essence, invites overall harmony into our lives. So let's look at some of the signs of an imbalanced life. Like for me personally, I'm constantly working at maintaining a balanced life, and it's easier said than done. It reminds me of the Mark Twain quote, but I'll add to it, like, too much of anything is bad for you, even when it's good for you. Sometimes we have good intentions, but we don't realize that we're still enabling imbalances. In many cases, severe imbalances can have fatal consequences. So let's look at some true telling signs of an imbalanced life. For one, to my workaholics and overachievers, creating a to-do list that's the size of the One World Trade Center, and then feeling like you don't have enough time to do everything. Secondly, emotional and physical signs of stress. You can feel overwhelmed. You could be suffering from depression, anxiety, insomnia. Sometimes you feel like you're just burnt out or you're tired all the time. And in some cases, it could lead to you having just chronic migraines. A next indicator is addictions. It could come in the form of relying on coffee to get you through the day, pornography, drugs, alcohol. And in today's time, one of the most prevalent addictions is an addiction to social media. Another sign of an imbalanced life is that you become distant and both your platonic and intimate relationships begin to wither away. And lastly, a true telling sign that you're living an imbalanced life is that you lose interest in everything, even things that you used to love. You feel lost and you're going through life without any purpose. If you are someone that is feeling like that in this moment, we're going to tap into our warrior spirit and we're going to fight and push through this. You know what? Bring it in. It's okay. We're going to get through this. It's okay. Breathe. So what are the elements to a balanced life? The elements are spiritual, intellectual, and physical. Spirituality is an acknowledgement that there's a realm beyond the human sensory experience. It's beyond what we can hear, see, touch, taste, smell. Spirituality is transcendent. It transcends beyond those human experiences and taps into the most highest level of human consciousness. It is allowing you to receive divine and Gnosis knowledge. That belief system, that philosophy is both esoteric and ascetic because only a few will subscribe to it and truly understand the essence of spirituality, because it does require severe self-discipline and an abstinence from worldly indulgences. The intellectual element refers to educating yourself, reading, honing in on your strategic, planning, and analytical skill sets, seeking wisdom and knowledge, nurturing your talents through practice. Basically everything that allows you to stay sharp and make wise and intelligent decisions. The physical element refers to how you maintain and nourish your body through exercise or nutritional diet, but it also includes what you expose yourself to, meaning what you watch or what you listen to. Physical also includes your physical relationships, who you surround yourself with, both your platonic and your romantic relationships. And lastly, the physical includes your physical environment. All of the elements, spiritual, intellectual, physical, are all equally valuable. However, in order to achieve a goal or have overall harmony, each of the elements may undertake different positions, and those positions are interchangeable, or there are times where you might rely on one element more than the others. Keep in mind also that the elements all intertwine and overlap. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you are going to plan a hike. You might first use your intellect to plan out the amount of miles you're going to walk or the route you're going to take. Then physically is the actual walking. But along the way, you might bump into some scenery that causes you to have a spiritual experience. It's important not to neglect any of the elements because it can lead to imbalance and have a negative effect on what you're trying to achieve. The spiritual element is often neglected and not acknowledged. For instance, in the medical and scientific world, they did not acknowledge spirituality or meditation and its impact on our physical well-being. However, there has been cases that shows otherwise. For instance, Harvard scientist Dr. Herbert Benson conducted a study on prayer, meditation, davening, and the MRI brain scans did indicate that physical changes did occur in the body when someone meditated. It also concluded that the body became more relaxed and physiological activities were more evenly regulated. In another study conducted by Dr. Harold Koenig, the study showed that people who have a spiritual foundation live healthier lives. They're less likely to smoke and drink. The study also indicated that people who tend to pray and meditate tend to get sick less often. Koenig also stated that people with a spiritual foundation tend to become depressed less often. And when they do become depressed, they're able to recover more quickly from depression. It's great to have faith and be optimistic and have willpower, but that has to be backed up and supported with hard work and making wise decisions. So what are the benefits of having a balanced life? For one, improve health and well-being. You become less stressful. Less stressed means you're in a better mood. It allows you to be more efficient and productive. And overall, it allows you to have a better and more enjoyable life. So I just want to share a few tips that has helped me along my journey toward maintaining a balanced life. The first one is embrace every season. Remain focused and present in your current season. Oftentimes we throw a little tantrum when things are not going our way, or we see certain seasons as a negative. But for that, I turn to the plant life. Those rainy days are a necessary part of the photosynthesis process. The rain provides the water, and the water moves the nutrients around the plant in order for it to continue to grow and blossom. So if we take that same concept and apply it to our lives, sometimes we're put in certain situations or we're going through a certain season because it's necessary, because it's that season that will allow us to continue to grow and blossom. The second tip is balance is a state of mind, not something you do. And a great example is that you can schedule a vacation, but what's the point of going on a vacation if your mind is stuck on work? The third tip is don't forget to put yourself on your to-do list. It's okay to do nothing. It's okay to take a break and do what's necessary to preserve your health and your well-being. Lastly, balance does require a great deal of discipline, but don't be too hard on yourself. Just give it your all every day and understand that some days it may not look like much, but as long as you put forth the effort, then that's all you need to do, and that in itself is more than enough. Now, you can have all the knowledge and understanding, but it can be a struggle to apply what you know. I encourage everyone to share and support and provide experiences and information that has helped you along your journey, and just understand that it's an ongoing process Once you give an earnest effort toward spiritual, intellectual, and physical balance, you'll be just fine and there's no need to worry. Hakuna Matata style. Thank you for tuning in with me. I appreciate you. I love you, neighbors, and may peace be with you.